The RAV4 first came to North America in 1996. Since then, it has made its way into driveways all over North America, being an absolute flagship SUV for Toyota. It went hybrid in 2016, it went plug-in in 2021, and here in Ontario, we're very, very lucky. We have the two factories right here in both Cambridge and Woodstock that as of 2019, they have built this vehicle right here in Ontario. It's been one that has been very, very special to us, growing and growing every year, being in the conversation for the #1 vehicle in North America every single year. My name is Nicholas Morrison, here with Forbes Waterloo Toyota, and I am standing here today with the 2025 Toyota RAV4 plug-in XSE with the technology package. Thank you very much for watching our video here, guys. Whether you're searching for a new vehicle, a pre-owned, whether you're after something sporty like a GR Corolla or an electric vehicle, come on down to Forbes Waterloo Toyota. The best experience of purchasing a new vehicle, get in these new vehicles, try them for yourself, see how they drive, ask lots of questions. And I wanted to thank you very much for watching our video. If you mention this video, you'll get a great new incentive on your vehicle, on your purchase. So thank you very much for watching Forbes Waterloo Toyota's video. So this is Toyota's absolutely fully loaded family SUV. On that compact side, it's got 5 seats with tons of features, tons of options, and then that absolute fully loaded plug-in system for Toyota. So you've got the hybrid capabilities with that full electric range as well. So if it's something you're going camping, getting around town, doing all of your day-to-day things, the RAV4 can do absolutely all of it. We're gonna go through the whole vehicle here today. I'm gonna do my best to show you the features, some things about it. If you have any comments or anything down below, drop those and definitely let me know what your thoughts are on the RAV4 Prime. But let's get into it right away and go through this vehicle together. The RAV4 Prime is one that currently is still made in Japan, so a lot of people really like that. All of them come over, and as you'll notice throughout the vehicle, there's slight things that they give to the Prime that we don't see in some of our other RAV4s. A lot of people really like that build quality as well, coming from Japan. So right up front on the plug-in, all of our sport models, you'll notice that they do a very, very different front-end design. You've got the horizontal front headlights with that really nice honeycomb style front grille, really gives that sport front look on them. Toyota's pushing towards continuing to lean into that sport model look of the RAV4 Prime. As we come down the sides, you'll notice a few things that I personally really, really like about the plug-in versus our normal RAV4 hybrid models and some of the other ones. The satin finish fender flares, I think are a very, very nice touch that the whole way along brings that nice satin finish, especially on this white two-tone. On a lot of these, we also have the two-tone roof. So with that white-black accent, I think it looks incredible. And they've also, of course, finished it off with a really nice set of alloys there for you. Gives the vehicle a beautiful, beautiful look. And kind of what you expect out of a sport model, especially one that's fully loaded like this, with some of the capabilities and stuff like that. Toyota's continued to step up on the looks aspect, and I think that's important to note. Quite a few years ago, that wasn't the case. So they've done a good job with it. We'll keep coming around the back here, guys. Rear, for the most part, looks fairly similar to a lot of them in our limiteds and stuff like that, with some of the satin finish and things like that. You do get, what I really like is you get that rubber strip on the back as well. So if you're loading things in and out of the vehicle frequently, you know, if you've got gear for camping or any of that, you've got that strip there to keep your bumper safe and away from scratches. Of course, you do have the power liftgate here on the Prime, on the XSE. And then coming inside, it looks very similar to a lot of our RAV4s back here. The one difference with the plug-in is you still do have the tire, but a little different configuration, but still a ton of room back here to fill things up with. They do give you a few accessories with that tonneau cover. And then most importantly, with the 25 model, you do get your stage 1 charger right with the vehicle. So that allows you to plug in at home in a 120 plug. And then from there, if you want to look at other options to get into other things, you can. And we'll touch more on charging as we go through the video, but they do give you a stage 1 right with the vehicle. The main thing for that, and you'll see videos on this as well, but just always remember, you can't use an extension cord with that. You must use this cord directly from the vehicle to the wall. Very, very important. Okay, guys? Back here as well, the nice one thing, Toyota will always give you 2 sets of mats. So you'll see in our vehicle today, we've got the rubber all season installed, but they do always give you those cloth ones as well, guys. So a really nice touch. We'll close up here, we'll hop in the vehicle. You can either give it a tug, there's of course the button, and then the really nice thing as well, I'm not gonna lock it right now, but you do have the button underneath here, always remember that. So there's 2 buttons tucked under that if you wanna lock it on the way away from the vehicle, you can do that, of course, with the hands-free. Really nice touch. So we'll hop in the vehicle, we'll get showing you some features inside. Come on, guys. So as we get into the RAV4 Prime here, I'll take a seat and get a little bit comfortable here and show you guys around. The main thing with
the RAV4 Prime is, I shouldn't use Prime anymore. I should use plug-in. They've made that change. But the main thing with it is, like I said, it is our Halo flagship vehicle. So a lot of the really nice touches here that they don't do on other models, I think is part of what separates it. So you'll notice all the way around the red stitching, and especially on the seat here, having that that really nice sports style is very, very sharp on the Toyota lineup. We don't get this in many spots. And then one of my favorite touches, I've got it closed here. I'll open it up here for you folks actually. They've given us the full panoramic moonroof on this model. So this is the only RAV4 model that gets the panoramic roof. All other RAV4 hybrids will only have the single pane above the driver's side. So to get that full panoramic is really nice, really brings a lot of light to your passengers and overall to the cabin. As soon as I open it up, you can really notice that difference. So I think that's a really, really nice touch on the Prime that kind of gets forgotten about sometimes because most people don't think that way, but I really like that touch. And then as you sit around, I myself, I'm 6'5". I find the RAV4, especially if you give me the power options, I find ultimately I'm able to get comfortable. I've got the headroom that I need myself. I'm mostly upper body, but I still find myself able to get comfortable. And of course, lots of options to move around your steering wheel, your pedals, all of those things. So really easy to get comfortable here. And the one thing I like on these upper models, you can see it there from your side, is you do have some of those power options for the seats. So if you do have either two tall passengers or somebody like myself commonly in the passenger seat, it's a really nice touch to get those power option seats here. And the main thing is to be able to adjust that height. That's one common thing we get is just getting in and out of the vehicle. So it's nice to have that as well in these upper models. As we go around, the first thing I like to touch on with this is you have the complete safety package in this. So this will be Safety Sense 2.5. In 26, we'll see that new generation of the RAV, so we'll see a large change. But for now, we've got 2.5 here. So with that, it brings your adaptive cruise control, a pre-collision system, your lane assist systems, of course, as well as things like a backup camera. This being the tech package takes that a step further, and we'll have the 360 camera as well. So that's where we have the 4 cameras all the way around the vehicle with that bird's eye view style camera. And then as well, you get into some of the basic stuff, like of course you got blind spot monitoring and like I said, that pre-collision system as well. So you're fully taken care of there. And then the one nice thing with this being that tech package is you really start to get some of those next level creature comforts in this vehicle. So things like you do have the premium audio in this vehicle, the larger screen, which in my opinion really, really fits the vehicle well. The smaller screen, don't get me wrong, works. And of course, lots of us have it. I have it in my own RAV, but getting that bigger screen, I think really suits the vehicle well. And the JBL screen is very crisp. It looks really nice, especially with that 360 camera. I think it displays very well. And then the really nice touch with this one is you get the full digital MID as well. So back in behind your screen is completely digital. Really makes it nice to display what you're looking at, especially with all the new safety features in this vehicle. It's really nice to be able to have it tell you what's going on at all times. In my opinion, one of the nicest features that I've really grown to work a lot with. It's one that I didn't use much. It's funny, at first you almost think is gimmicky, but that is up here. That's the heads-up display view up here in the windshield. It's one that if you've never ran with it before, if you've never used it, it might be a large oversight, but really having that vision in front of you, keeping your eyes off the MID, off a lot of your screens, onto the windshield, I find is very nice. And it's something that once you've had that feature, most people would never go back. To just really keep your eyes up in the windshield. So it's nice that the tech pack does get that built in. That's one of the features here that gets added there on the tech pack. And you have all the ability to move that around, change the brightness. So if it's something that you have seen before and you didn't quite think it worked for you, there's probably something that you can modify to make it work or see it the way you want. So definitely play with that a lot when you come out to take one for a drive. And then as you go through the vehicle, this of course is loaded up with all of your creature comforts. So here in Canada, the first thing that we always worry about is winter and staying warm. You've got all of your heated seats. Both front seats are heated, as well as your rear seats are heated. You've got heated steering wheel, so that's taken care of. In the winter, you can get nice and warmed up. One nice trick with these, I always suggest, especially with our plug-in drivers, make sure that you preheat the vehicle while you're plugged in at home. It's a really nice way that you save all that extra fuel, save the extra range, and you warm up at home in the winter. And then of course, we also have the ventilated seats as well with the perforation here on the front seats. So that really nice extra level for both front drivers and passenger. The rear seats don't have ventilation, only heated back there. All of that will come on with remote start. So like I said, start it up, get it climatized, and it'll be lovely when you get in. One of the really nice features that's always forgotten about on Toyota is this does of course have the heated wiper blades. So don't forget about that in the winter as well. It'll thaw them out for you as well, soften that rubber. So if you got streaky blades or anything, don't forget about that button. It's down on your left cluster here. We'll show you that as well. The last few things I like to touch on, of course, up in your multimedia screen here, we do have full CarPlay with Android Auto, completely wireless. So as soon as you get in the vehicle, all of that will connect automatically. And the XSE tech pack goes that one step further. So Of course, you've got the CarPlay and Android Auto, everything off of your phone, but this one also has integrated Drive Connect. So that fourth subscription that not a lot of other Toyotas have comes free with your purchase for 3 years. So you'll have integrated tech. If you're leasing these, which a lot of folks do, you'll have navigation the entire time on that subscription. You'll hand it back. You don't have to ever worry about the subscription at all, and it's on the trial the whole time. So they've done a good job with that there as well. So a really nice thing that you'll see in a lot of our newer high-tech vehicles is we know that you folks are loading these up with camp gear, maybe bags, hockey bags, whatever it is, and you lose the ability to see out of your rear view mirror. So they've come out with a nice new digital rear view display mirror. You can flick it either way. Once you bring it towards yourself, you'll see the camera pop up. It's tucked up in the back of the windshield in the rear glass, so that it's nice, so that even if you physically can't see out the back, you never lose your rear view camera. So if you're having to pull into campsites, parking at the hockey rink, whatever it is, really important that you don't lose your vision, because we know you guys are bringing a lot of stuff with you. So that's one that we've really seen a lot of good use out of as we go. I'm gonna hop into the back seat now. I want to quickly show you guys some of that comfort back there. They've done a pretty good job for the passengers, so meet me there, guys. I'll see you there. I'll get in the back seat here and show you that space. The front seat's set up for myself with a fellow that's 6'5". Always a good reference for you guys to be able to see that. Probably worst case scenario of a big guy in the front and a big guy in the rear. Overall, to be honest, I'm not bad. The main thing for me, myself, is that I can actually sit upright. I've got my headroom that I need. My knees are a bit tight, but overall not too bad. Even with this seat being that little bit more forward, that little bit of extra legroom you have here is a big difference. Great for car seats. I myself, if you really have have had 3 baby seats back here with maybe a booster in the middle, but definitely can ride with 2 with no problems. You've got lots of child restraints over the seats. Of course, you have the ability to also lay down your seats flat with that 60-40 split. So if you've got gear up, some folks will have maybe 1 child seat or 1 person sitting here with all that extra room for gear, but lots of versatility, which is the important thing back here. And then in terms of creature comforts on the tech pack, they've given you a lot of those extras here, which is really nice. So like I mentioned earlier, both your rear seats here are heated with the control here in the door, a really nice touch for passengers. My kids absolutely love it. It's something that none of them need, but it is lovely. And then of course you've got charge ports down and below. So any tech you have, if you've got iPads, anything like that, you've got everything taken care of back here. And then one of the really nice things I like that they do on the RAV, and quite honestly a lot of our vehicles, is you've got the rubber floor mats that do come right up over top of the hump here. So especially if you've got a third passenger here, everybody's got the floor covered in rubber. You're not damaging the vehicle. You're not getting everything all muddy. If you have to, you can pop them right back out. And they actually bolt in, clip in right here in the middle. They can come out as 2 pieces. So really easy to come in and out. That if you've got muddy boots in here, especially in the winter, stuff like that, it's really easy to get it back and clean and looking the way you want it to look. So I think that's most things interior of the vehicle here. Let's get out. Let's talk a little bit about charging and the electrical side, and we'll wrap up the video from there, guys. So I've grabbed out our stage 1 cord here, and I wanted to have a quick chat going through some of the charging processes and how it's going to work for you. Like I said, with our purchase on a 2025, you will get a stage 1 charger with your purchase. It plugs right into a 120 outlet. All of you have access to this at your house, in the garage, parking garages, stuff like that. And then of course, a plug to go right into the vehicle. I've mentioned earlier in the video, please never use an extension cord. This of course has to go right into an outlet and then right into the vehicle. On the cord, you'll notice it's got an indicator. So it's really simple, really easy to use. It'll tell you if there's an issue, if it's currently charging, and then ultimately if it's finished, it'll be green and good to go. Your Toyota app will also tell you where you're at with charging status, as well as the vehicle. So you've got a few nice, easy ways to know. On your right side of the vehicle here is where you'll find your charging ports. The left side, like all our other RAV4, still have the gas tank side, and then on the right side is the charging port. This one's not locked. You can open it at any time. The one important thing to note is that when you do plug it in and lock your vehicle, the cord will be locked into the port. So that's where you do get that security. Nobody can come and take it from you or unplug you or anything like that. In terms of charging times, that's really important for a lot of folks. On the XSE, you're gonna get somewhere in around that 65 kilometer of range in optimal driving conditions. And then with that, you'll charge completely overnight. The range is usually somewhere between 8 to 10 hours overnight. So if you're gonna use that range every day, you can come home, plug it in, and you'll basically be ready to go again in the morning, ready to have that full 65-ish kilometers of range. If you have the ability to either install a stage 2 charger at home, whether that's a third party, an electrical company, something like that, or you could go with the option of just installing a 240 amp plug. Maybe you have a dryer or a larger accessory in the garage near your panel where you have that larger outlet. So you can either do the charger or the outlet, and then that way you get up to the 240 volt power with a lot higher amperage. So with that, you can get your charge time all the way down to about 2.5 hours with that much power, up to 50 amps. So quite a difference. And it really makes it that if you're somebody that's using it for deliveries, if you're running around with kids, getting them to sports, to school, all of those different things. And if you can get home and charge, even for an hour, you might get half of your range back, 40 to 50 kilometers, and then be able to go out for the day again and use that range. So a lot of different options. It's something that if it's something you're considering, come on out, let us have a deeper chat with you, go through what options might work for you. And if you need some help, figuring out what the best route is, we can do that together. So really important. Then the next really important thing with this as well that I like to touch on is with the charging is you can actually set all of this up with a schedule. So through your app or through the vehicle, it's really nice where, like I said, you can have all of it ready to go first thing in the morning for you. So if you know every morning you have to leave for work at 8, the car can be completely ready for you. Even things like climate, where all of that will be fully prepped and ready to go on electric charge. You leave for the day with that full range, and you know that for the most part, you're gonna be running on electric with very little fuel. So the Prime has a lot of capabilities on electric. I'd love to touch on that as well. You can go up to 130 kilometers an hour. So that's where you can do all of your highway driving in Ontario here. I believe on the 401, all of that up to highway speeds. It can handle full acceleration. It can handle all the, the heating and all of that on that full electric charge. That's very important. And then once you're through that electric charge and onto normal hybrid function, and then it's as if any other hybrid where it'll constantly be changing at different speeds and stuff like that. But with that electric range, it'll be able to do everything you need and get you around town. So if you're in a market for a vehicle that you're looking to get around town and think of saving a lot of fuel, if you want to really explore something with Toyota that it's been our flagship vehicle for over a decade now, we continue to change the vehicle dynamically to what you folks are looking for, whether that's a plug-in option, a gas option, a hybrid option, and maybe one day even again, another EV option. The nice thing with the plug-in, if you're looking to maybe avoid fuel charges for quite a few months, if you know that range is something that's gonna get you around town quite a bit, but the ultimate thing is if you wanna looking at options of electricity, but you don't want any range anxiety, that's what's so great about these plug-in options. You still have a complete combustion engine with well over 800, 900 kilometers of range that allows you to still go up north, go down to Florida, take those long trips, and just forget about the plug-in, forget about electricity, and enjoy your trip the way you're used to, and just get away. Come on down to Forbes Toyota. My name's Nicholas. We can go through the vehicle together, understand what is the right option for you, whether that's a hybrid, a plug-in like this one, or maybe you're looking at a full EV at this point. But we can go through all of that together. And again, thank you very much for watching us. If you would consider an EV, let me know down below. Think about how that range works for you, what kind of charging options would work for you. And again, if there's something we can make a video to help you go through some of those together, we'll do that for you. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Nicholas here with Forbes Waterloo Toyota. See you on the next video. Take care.